The following is a presentation of the United Wrestling Network.
Hey everybody, welcome to Cavalcade of Champions, 1 year in the making. It's Joe Galli joined by the rock and roll heart and soul of the United Wrestling Network, Mick Greenwood. We've got a lot of titles on the line over the next several weeks, but you are holding something I've never seen before. Tell me about this.
Well, that's right, Joe Galli. I can't think of a better place than Cavalcade of Champions here at Championship Wrestling from Arizona's 1 year anniversary to unveil this. This is the biggest prize in the United Wrestling Network. This is the new United Wrestling Network World Championship.
That is amazing. This title will be defended all the way around the United Wrestling Network, but I know the good people here in Arizona have been dying for an Arizona champion. You're an executive. When are these people gonna get an Arizona champion?
Well, Joe Galli, that is something that concerns me as well, because I do remember that a year ago today on this very program, Nico Marquez stood in my spot and promised that. However, we've left that up to him, and he has been lacking in his professionalism lately, as you know from watching the Hollywood program.
Well, wait a minute, what? Professional
You need to show Nico Marquez some respect. He has been working very hard at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood to make Hollywood great again. And he's doing a way better job than his daddy, David Marquez.
You know, it's funny that you say that. Peter, I have no interest in getting involved in a family squabble. However, I see you every week here at Championship Wrestling from Arizona, and you see me every week here at Championship Wrestling from Arizona. You know who I don't see? Nico Marquez.
He's very busy! He's very busy!
He makes a good point, though, Mac.
Well, then let's lighten his load. You seem like you have some free time on your hands. Peter, effective immediately, all matchmaking responsibilities of Championship Wrestling from Arizona are transferred from Nico Marquez to you.
Congratulations, professional Peter Avalon, or maybe I should say producer Peter Avalon. Cavalcade of Champions starts right now. This is the biggest opportunity in Jorel Nelson's career. It happens right here at Cavalcade of Champions. It's Joe Galli joined by Johnny LaCrosto in our commentating booth. Johnny LaCrosto, it's exciting to be back here at Championship Wrestling from Arizona.
Best believe it, also shocking. We just saw the debut of the United Wrestling Network World title.
And on top of that, Peter Avalon calling the shots, making the matches. This is going to be an interesting Cavalcade of Champions.
And his opponent, from Slidell, Louisiana, weighing 230 pounds, he is the reigning and defending American Wrestling Grand Prix Heavyweight Champion,
Cordell Walker is one tough son of a gun, and wow, light on his feet as well. The AWGP heavyweight champ out of Main Event Pro Wrestling from Southern Texas. I mean, he is ready for a fight.
Yes, he is, and it's only fitting we kick off the Cavalcade of Champions with the AWGP Heavyweight Championship from Main Event Wrestling in Texas.
Yeah, Main Event Pro Wrestling, one of our United Wrestling affiliates, possibly one of our biggest ones. Walker defending that title. He's held on to it for 6 months so far.
Power versus power here, Joe.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Jorel Nelson, usually a stronger man in a matchup, but he might be evenly matched with Cordell here.
No doubt about that. I mean, I'm still reeling from not only the unveiling of the United Wrestling Network World title, but the fact that professional Peter Avalon, the longest reigning Hollywood Heritage Champion in history, is now our boss?
As it appears to be so, Peter Avalon will be making matches, will be making decisions here in Arizona. Only time will tell what he can decide on. Look at that beautiful snap, Hurricane Rana. Walker showing some amazing athleticism, but Jarrell Nelson able to power him back into the corner.
Well, Vordell Walker is incredibly versatile. He's able to adjust on the fly. He can fly, has power. Jarrell Nelson really has to be on the top of his game if he's going to even try to take this title away.
Jarrell Nelson has been on quite a journey here in the United Wrestling Network. He's had many outings over at our sister promotion, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, but Johnny, he was coming up short there.
He was, and you know, I've noticed a bit of a sadistic change to him over the past number of months. He used to pride himself in just being an incredible athlete. Unfortunately, that didn't get the job done. Now he's going any means possible to get victories.
Stiff shots from Walker.
These two are not for the faint of heart.
Oh! Modified Death Valley driver could be enough. Oh, only gets a 1 count. Are you kidding me?
That's the power we talked about with Vordell Walker. Jarrell Nelson now, stiff right hands. He's going to have to watch those.
Jarrell Nelson does have an extensive MMA background. Vordell Walker, 16 years wrestling in the squared circle.
Not to mention all his years of experience, jiu-jitsu, judo, very extensive martial arts background as well. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, got the sleeper hold applied. He's got it cinched in.
Look at the leverage Jarrell Nelson is getting there, cutting off the circulation.
But look at the power of the champion, separating the arms. Almost superhuman strength from Vordell Walker.
Joe, this is another example of how incredible the United Wrestling Network really is. Multiple titles, all being defended under the same roof at the Cavalcade of Champions.
It's not something you'll see anywhere else in the world, and for the first time,
oh my God! Goodbye sternum.
That'll crack a rib going up against that top turnbuckle at full steam.
And this is that football background of Jarrell Nelson knowing how to ground his opponents, trying to use Walker as a tackle dummy.
Well, look at Walker now. That sadistic side coming out right in front of us. The boot pressed right against the throat. Careful not to get disqualified.
Walker's getting somewhat desperate here, trying to fight off Jarrell Nelson. We see how tenacious, probably the most tenacious I've ever seen Jarrell Nelson.
Well, he knows what's on the line. He is here under the bright lights here at that world-famous Nile Theater, and he is here to become a champion.
That's right. You become the AWGP heavyweight champ. Joe, you start traveling the world. Oh!
Oh my goodness!
What a spine buster, hooks the leg!
Sky-high spinebuster wasn't enough to put Vordell Walker away. That was a huge move. What is Jarrell Nelson thinking that he's got to do now?
I don't think he has any idea. I know I certainly don't, as he's going up top, it appears. Jarrell Nelson calls himself the greatest show. What does he have in mind?
Trying to put on an awesome... Oh, went for a double stomp.
Oh my God!
Man, that was a sick knee right to the nose.
The precision of that knee. Oh my God, how did Walker catch him? Oh!
Belly to belly overhead suplex. Oh, clubbing clothesline.
At this point, Walker just going off instinct.
Oh, man. Oh, Walker looking for the pile driver. That's how he won the title.
Nelson had that scouted. Oh, stiff forearm.
6 months ago, Walker won the AWGP heavyweight title with that pile driver.
This title means everything to him.
Representing South Texas. All of his friends and family still reeling from Hurricane Harvey as well. Fighting for them here in Mesa.
The question is, what does Jarrell Nelson have left?
Sizing up Walker. Walker walked right into that shoulder to the midsection. Springboard off the second. Oh, into the cutter. It's got to be it. The match is over if Jarrell can get to the pin.
Now momentum has taken Walker over to the ropes. Jarrell Nelson wisely pulling him back. Hooks the leg. Oh!
Foot on the ropes.
Now, Joe, was that instinct? Was that ring awareness? Who knows? But Vordell Walker, very fortunate.
Jarrell Nelson thinks he won. He heard the 3 count, but he didn't hear the bell.
Only 2.
Vordell Walker clearly got the foot on the ropes before the 3 count.
Jarrell Nelson a little too excited. Thought he had this match won. But the ring awareness from the veteran. able to save himself in this matchup. Terrell Nelson now sizing him up.
Oh, high knee.
High knee.
Oh my God.
What was that?
Bit of a Spanish fly action, it looked like. Oh no, pile driver. Hooks the leg. The champ retains.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, and still American Wrestling Grand Prix Heavyweight Champion, Vordell Walker!
Vordell Walker will be walking home back to Main Event Pro. Still, your AWGP Heavyweight Championship. Let's take a look at this replay brought to you by the Nile Theater. Let's take it back to that Spanish fly, almost out of nowhere, finishing things up with that massive pile driver, positioned right on point to the skull of Terrell Nelson.
Well, Joe, we mentioned earlier about how Vordell Walker knows how to adjust on the fly and how versatile he really is. He proved it right now, and he also proved why he is still the AWGP Heavyweight Champion. But an incredible performance by Terrell Nelson.
More action coming up on the Cavalcade of Champions.
So, you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So, pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-223-8619.
This is important news from the Diabetic Supply Line. If you, a friend, or a family member has diabetes and you have lost your supplier, or if you need a supplier for your diabetic supplies, you may qualify to get your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. To be potentially eligible, you only need Medicare or private insurance. Call the Diabetic Supply Line now. Operators are standing by to take your call. Call now.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace?
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-231-9053.
Endless pools are an incredible alternative to traditional pools, making it easy and inexpensive to swim at home. Exercise year-round against a smooth current set to your desired pace and temperature. With our new underwater treadmill, you can walk or run without stressing your joints. Endless pools are simple to install and even simpler to maintain. The water stays crystal clear with almost no chlorine. Call for your free idea kit and experience the freedom of swimming at home.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, this may be the most important phone call you'll ever make.
I owed $87,000 in taxes. But listen.
Your tax problem is settled. You only owe $3,500.
What a great message.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, then you owe it to yourself to call this number. Let our experts help guide you through the process of negotiating a tax settlement. Call this number or go to tax10000.com.
Carl Mandic backstage with Gino Rivera, and there's a lot of rumblings going on backstage, a lot of rumors flying around that you're still reeling from your TV title loss to Scorpio Sky. Can I get... I need it? Okay.
Are we still going to talk about that? Are we still stuck on the same thing? Haven't they been watching me for the last couple of months of what I've been doing to each and every single wrestler that has come before me? Now listen here, Scorpio Sky. What you did was what we call in Brooklyn a fluke. Yeah, I said it. You got lucky. You had a bowl of Lucky Charms before you had a match with me because you just couldn't do it. You couldn't beat me. So here's what I've got to say to that. Next match won't happen like that again. I'm not the same Gino Rivera I was a few months ago. Hell, I'm not the same Gino Rivera I was yesterday. I'm better. I'm different. I'm the man now, which you aren't anymore. I feel like Mike Tyson in 96. I feel like Michael Jordan in 95. And right now, I'm Gino Rivera. That's going to leave you left out in the ring looking at the lights at me.
Our following contest is set for one
most confident we have ever seen him. He knows he has a shot against Bad Dude Tito for the Hollywood Heritage Championship.
Also the most exciting person to ever set foot in Championship Wrestling from Arizona, possibly the entire United Wrestling Network, Joe.
And his opponent, from the Trinity, weighing 180 pounds,
This man is always fun to watch in the ring. He's made a statement before here at Championship Wrestling from Arizona, but what a statement it would make is if he could beat the #1 contender for the Hollywood Heritage Championship.
That's right, the man who likes to wear suits is about to look very fly if he can pull off a huge victory over exciting Evan Daniels, like you said, the #1 contender.
Speaking of suits, look at that fur coat. It's got to be sweltering under that thing.
95 degrees in Arizona is not going to stop him.
There's always going to be that sacrifice for fashion, but now looking to put his body on the line, going against Evan Daniels, knowing not just how dangerous Evan Daniels is, but also with R3 at his side, at ringside. He's almost always an X factor. Owen Travers is going to have eyes in the back of his head.
Whoa, look at the athleticism. As you mentioned, R3, without a doubt, the biggest X factor possibly in the United Wrestling Network.
Owen Travers showing off his capoeira background, Brazilian dance fighting style.
There it is. Outquicking Evan Daniels thus far.
Deep arm drag from Travers.
Evan Daniels possibly already looking for a timeout.
What? I mean, oh man, beautiful drop kick. You know, if I'm Owen Travers, I'm going to try to end this match quickly.
Yes.
He could do it right here. Standing moonsault, hooks the leg right there. Perfect position. Only gets 2.
Joe, you bring up a great point. If you are Owen Travers, keep the match in the ring. Do not go anywhere near the outside because you put yourself at risk with R3 there.
Yeah, we've seen it time and time again with Evan Daniels and R3.
Oh my God!
Into the cover now. Only gets 2, but time and time again, Evan Daniels, R3, if it's singles competition, it almost always comes down to being basically a handicap match.
Look, Joe, when you guys are as exciting as Evan Daniels, it doesn't matter if it's a handicap match, a tag match, a singles match. It's going to be the best thing to watch on television.
So you guys hanging out or something?
Take you out for a drink? It's absolutely none of your business. I'm just letting you know he's the most exciting thing in professional wrestling.
I would say that was a picture-perfect, beautiful drop kick. Wasn't quite enough to put away Owen Travers.
It's essentially a party anytime Evan Daniels and R3 show up.
The brothers of wrestling, maybe are they trying to add you as like the younger brother now?
I mean, I'm going to be open to it if that's a possibility.
Did you fill out the application?
I'm not going to tell you my business, Joe. Oh, what a forearm.
Oh, we've seen this from Evan Daniels before. Rolls through. Oh, kick to the midsection. Oh, and a double stomp. This could be it. Hooks the outside leg. Travers gets the shoulder up.
Multiple shots to the sternum there, Owen Travers. You see, it looks like he got the wind knocked out of him, trying to collect himself here. The chief of pro wrestling in dire straits.
Yeah, he might be from Detroit, but he's wrestled here in the Grand Canyon State several times before, especially here on Championship Wrestling from Arizona. Quite a lot of fans here in attendance at the Nile Theater.
Not to mention, everyone loves him at the Future Stars of Wrestling, FSW, out of Las Vegas. That's right, Evan Daniels, the exciting one, Joe. What do you know about that?
Let's see how exciting this will be. Oh! That was exciting! Travers with the running European uppercut. Oh, and double knees to the chest.
Look at the speed of Owen Travers. Look out, Falcon kick!
That toe hit right on the temple. Oh, but did he hurt his foot delivering the kick?
Possibly the shin area. Oh, wait a minute.
Rolls through with the senton, got the cover, hooks the leg. Evan Daniels getting that shoulder up.
Brilliant pin attempt, though, by Owen Travers. You saw him pull Evan Daniels' arm away from the rope, still only a 2 count.
Speaking of exciting, did you see that Falcon kick? Now that was exciting.
I'll admit, Evan Daniels can probably do it in a more exciting fashion, but yes, that was fantastic. Owen Travers, incredible athlete.
Uh-oh. Evan Daniels in a bad spot here. Travers trying to bring him in the hard way. Oh, strong right. Oh, answered back with a headbutt.
Daniels hanging on here, heading up to the top.
Off the top.
Oh my God! hooks the leg. Evan Daniels wins.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, exciting Evan Daniels.
The momentum of exciting Evan Daniels continues. Let's take a look at a replay brought to you by the Nile Theater. We thought Owen Travers was in good shape until Evan Daniels went to the top rope, delivering that devastating double stomp off the top.
Oh, it's called a super exciting double stomp of excitement, Joe, as we kick it over to Carl Mandic.
A win is but victorious, exciting Evan Daniels. We bring around here.
What does a win like that do for your momentum, the exciting one, moving forward?
Did you just see what I did to Owen Travers? I beat him the only way I know how to, and that's an exciting fashion. And see, Tito, I don't care if you're a blue dude, a bald dude, a boo dude, bad dude, none of it matters, dude. Because after today, I will be leading champion, dude. And now that was exciting.
Evan Daniels, ladies and gentlemen.
If you're an active person and enjoy working out, playing tennis, golf, hiking, bike riding, even bowling, then there's a good chance you have pain. Whether you need a wrist or knee brace, we can help. Prescription topical ointments, we can help. Need a back brace? We can help.
Call one of our pain relief specialists at 800-989-0281. That's 800-989-0281. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call now. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, this may be the most important phone call you'll ever make.
I owed $87,000 in taxes. But listen.
Your tax problem is settled. You only owe $3,500.
What a great message.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, then you owe it to yourself to call this number. Let our experts help guide you through the process of negotiating a tax settlement. Call this number or go to tax10000.com.
If you or a loved one have had hernia repair surgery with mesh reinforcement and suffered infection, chronic pain, mesh migration, mesh failure, organ damage, or needed additional surgery, call the Rely On Group right now. You may be eligible to receive a cash award and compensation for your medical expenses. Your voice deserves to be heard. Call the Rely On Group to be connected with a personal injury attorney for a free consultation. Call 800-969-0892. That's 800-969-0892.
This is important news from the Diabetic Supply Line. If you, a friend, or a family member has diabetes and you have lost your supplier, or if you need a supplier for your diabetic supplies, you may qualify to get your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. To be potentially eligible, you only need Medicare or private insurance. Call the Diabetic Supply Line now. Operators are standing by to take your call. Call now.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
Call 1-800-223-8619.
Carl Mandic backstage with Scorpio Sky, and you've had a few moments to digest the comments from Gino Rivera. Let me pick your brain, your thoughts on those comments.
You know, Gino's been running his mouth for months about the last time we fought here. I've heard him say everything from, it was a fluke, I got lucky, and how close he came to becoming the television champion. Well, Gino, I believe in second chances. So I'm coming back to Championship Wrestling from Arizona. And you can get that shot. Because you can run your mouth all you want, but you can't stop nature. Grass grows, waves pound the sand. Scorpio Sky beats people up.
Cool as a cucumber, Scorpio Sky, Gino Rivera set for another matchup.
attracts the best talent in the entire United Wrestling Network. It's Willie Mack, Johnny.
No doubt, it wouldn't be the Cavalcade of Champions if we didn't have one of the biggest stars in the history of the United Wrestling Network, and he's going after the freelance world title.
And his opponent, from Los Angeles, California, weighing 205 pounds, is the reigning and defending freelance wrestling champion, sensational Stevie Fierce.
Stevie Fierce representing Freelance Pro Wrestling with the Freelance Wrestling Championship. He's had it since June of this year, looking to retain it, but I think this is going to be the toughest competition he might have ever had in his entire career.
This is going to be incredible, Joe. The aesthetic one is here, debonair, dashing, and deadly. That is Stevie Fierce, and with good reason, he is the freelance champion.
Certainly is partial to his good looks, but I think Willie Mack might have intentions of breaking that face and winning that championship, bringing it back to Chicago around his waist.
Over the last number of years, Willie Mack has traveled the world, becoming a massive star, and there's no one with the arsenal of Willie Mack.
You wouldn't think that a man of that size would be able to move so quickly. It is so deceptive in the way Willie Mack can come at you from every single angle.
Absolutely. Of course, Stevie Fierce, this is not the first title he's held, former tag team champion with Rob Banner as well. One of the most successful stars of freelance out of Chicago.
So Stevie Fierce, he's known to hold gold, but you can hear the crowd here in the world famous Nile Theater. They're ready for the Big Mac.
I think we know who they're behind.
Stevie Fierce, though, putting in the air miles, been on a tour of the United Kingdom.
That's right, he's defended that title in the UK, in Canada. The Freelance Championship is definitely not just resigned to being stateside.
Willie Mack is certainly unimpressed. Willie Mack, a veteran of the squared circle, former Heritage champion. He's been there, he's done that. He's been in the high-profile matches just like this.
Joe, one of the strengths of Stevie Fierce is he will get inside the head of his opponent. Guess what? You're not going to get inside the head of Willie Mack. He's seen it all, he's done it all.
Stevie Fierce slowing down this matchup. That's going to be a smart way to go with this, especially, you know, as you mentioned, former tag team champion. He's in this match all on his own. He's got no one to tag in and out. He needs to conserve his energy, especially going up against a guy like Willie Mack.
That's right. At first glance, you know, Stevie Fierce, obvious disadvantage. Willie Mack has the size, the strength, experience, but Fierce has proven himself. He's a bit of a prodigy.
He just smacked the butt of Willie Mack.
That's what I'm talking about. Limitless confidence.
He just spanked Willie Mack.
Well, when you look as good as that, why not? He's the aesthetic one, Joe, and he calls himself that for a reason.
Willie Mack doesn't care about aesthetics. He cares about winning championships. That's why he's here. That's why he came to the Nile Theater. Beautiful arm drag takedown.
Was one of the reasons that Stevie Fierce could be so confident. He was trained by the Brian Kendrick, the master of psychology.
Oh, speaking of psychology, you got some jello jiggle from Willie Mack.
Is that an upside down twerk? I've never seen that. Look at the core strength of Willie Mack.
Oh my goodness. Flying enziguri to the face.
I haven't seen moves like that since I went to Jumbo's Clown Room. That's incredible. Uh-oh. Stevie Fierce trying to collect himself here.
I have to say, it's a smart move by Fierce. Take a moment, catch your breath, slow things back down, because once Willie Mack gets going, he is like a freight train. Oh, he's complaining about his beautiful face. He did get kicked real hard right in the mush.
Well, he did say he was very confident that Willie was going to be associated with aesthetic for the first time in his life. Definitely a shot at the appearance.
Got acquitted with his nose.
That's very true. You can see Fierce trying to figure out what his next plan of attack is going to be. It's impossible to prepare yourself for Willie Mack. Nick Bonanno with the count here. Wow.
Oh, look at that. Fierce taking the easy way out. Slowing things down. Willie Mack will not stand for it.
You may call it the easy way out. This is just part of the plan of Stevie Fierce, in my opinion.
Oh, the veteran instincts of Willie Mack. On the attack over the top. Oh, the senton.
And he got all of it.
Into the cover. We could have a new champ right here. We'll be right back after this.
Endless pools are an incredible alternative to traditional pools, making it easy and inexpensive to swim at home. Exercise year-round against a smooth current set to your desired pace and temperature. With our new underwater treadmill, you can walk or run without stressing your joints. Endless pools are simple to install and even simpler to maintain. The water stays crystal clear with almost no chlorine. Call for your free idea kit and experience the freedom of swimming at home.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, this may be the most important phone call you'll ever make.
I owed $87,000 in taxes. But listen.
Your tax problem is settled. You only owe $3,500.
What a great message.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, then you owe it to yourself to call this number. Let our experts help guide you through the process of negotiating a tax settlement. Call this number or go to tax10000.com.
This is important news from the Diabetic Supply Line. If you, a friend, or a family member has diabetes and you have lost your supplier, or if you need a supplier for your diabetic supplies, you may qualify to get your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. To be potentially eligible, you only need Medicare or private insurance. Call the Diabetic Supply Line now. Operators are standing by to take your call. Call now.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
Call 1-800-223-8619.
If you're an active person and enjoy working out, playing tennis, golf, hiking, bike riding, even bowling, then there's a good chance you have pain. Whether you need a wrist or knee brace, we can help. Prescription topical ointments, we can help. Need a back brace? We can help.
Call one of our pain relief specialists at 800-989-0281. That's 800-989-0281. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call now.
Welcome back to the action. Stevie Fierce defending the Freelance Wrestling Championship out of Chicago against the Mac, Willie Mack. And Mack is in a tough spot right here.
And this is the only way to defeat Willie Mack. Throughout the commercial break, he was wearing him down. Oh, wait, you see Willie Mack fighting back with that uncanny strength. Oh my gosh.
Oh, what a slap. Willie Mack, full head of steam. Oh, runs into a big back elbow.
That was impressive.
Into the cover, hooks the leg to retain. Mack gets the shoulder up.
Now, Joe, if you're Stevie Fierce, you do not take an extra second. You have to stay on top of Willie Mack. Grounding him completely.
Slowing things down. I think that's the smart move. You want to stop Willie Mack from having any momentum in a matchup.
There's no doubt. I mean, if you give Willie Mack one single opening, he can end the match in an instant. Stevie measuring him up here. Joe, you have to be impressed with Stevie Fierce in this match.
Well, you know, as much as we talk about the veteran background of Willie Mack, Stevie Fierce has also been there. Decorated champion, as we mentioned, defending this title in the United Kingdom, also wrestling in Japan and across the United States as well.
In a very short amount of time, Joe. Like I said, Stevie Fierce is a prodigy. He's had a great level of success in a relatively short period of time.
Living up to his name for sure is Fierce. But will this showboating be his downfall?
You can see how worn out Willie Mack is right now. Very methodical by Stevie Fierce. Oh, look at the power.
Fierce appearing to target the back of Willie Mack. I think that's a great strategy to imply. You take out the back, you take out nearly all of Willie Mack's offense.
Now, if I'm Fierce, I believe I'm taking a little bit too much time here.
I agree with you, Johnny. He needs to stay on top of Willie Mack. We have seen Willie Mack come back
from being in dire straits before. If he hits the chocolate thunder bomb, no one would get up from that.
Yeah, it's over.
He's definitely in love with himself.
He's also in love with being champ. He's going to have to do better than that if he's hoping to retain. Willie Mack.
So ambidextrous is Willie Mack. The shot with the left hand, the boot from the right.
Oh, that's not where you want to be, Fierce.
Oh, boy.
Oh, senton in the corner. Mack right back on his feet.
There are things Willie Mack does in that ring that defy logic, and that's one of them. Hooks the leg.
Oh, I thought we had a new champ right there.
That was incredible.
All of Willie Mack's size, all of his weight crashing down on the skull of Stevie Fierce.
You see Willie Mack is clearly winded. What does he have left? That's the question.
I think Willie Mack, he just needs to go right back to what brought him. Oh, that's those heavy strikes and then line him up for that chocolate thunder bomb.
Oh, speak of the devil.
He's caught on the shoulders. Fierce is in a bad spot.
We're about to have a new champ. Oh, Samoa drop.
Oh, no. Oh, flattens him with the standing moonsault. New champ, no.
Your eyes are not deceiving you. You are witnessing Willie Mack do things that only Willie Mack has the capability of doing.
We might have a new champ right here. Willie Mack has done an enormous amount of damage to Stevie Fierce. He has him lined up. This could be it. Will we see our first title change at the Cavalcade of Champions?
Stevie Fierce is on Dream Street right now. Well, here we go.
Looking for it. Oh, it's Fierce able to reverse on the shoulder into the steel.
Great counter. Oh, my God. Beautiful enziguri. He's going for the Photoshop. Oh, he hits it.
Photoshop connects. Is it enough?
Oh,
no way! Impossible!
Oh. Stevie Fierce is livid. He hits the Photoshop, and somehow Willie Mack kicks out.
He can't believe it. I can't believe it. That's how he won the title months ago.
That was pure instinct. That was years of knowing exactly where you are at all times for Willie Mack. What is Stevie Fierce doing?
The frustration of Stevie Fierce.
What is he doing?
Oh, no. All that showboating has led to this now.
He's given up on even trying to defeat Willie Mack at this point.
Senior official Nick Bonanno is not allowing Stevie Fierce to attack Willie Mack with that title belt.
With good reason, obviously.
Oh! Roundhouse kick from Willie Mack.
Stevie Fierce made a huge mistake. Oh my God!
Oh! Chocolate Thunder driver center of the ring.
We got a new champ. Oh no! Wait a minute.
Fierce's foot. Certainly in controversial fashion. I don't think senior official Nick Bonanno was in good position. Staring at the shoulders of Stevie Fierce, did not see his left foot, which remains on the bottom rope.
Joe, I have to say this. This happened right in front of us. I have no doubt Stevie Fierce got his foot on the rope before the 3 count.
Nick Bonanno, look, he now sees it.
I mean, I don't know what you do here if you're Nick Bonanno. I mean, you call what you see, but we saw it clear as day. Stevie Fierce got the foot on the ropes.
Willie Mack believes he's won this match. I think in the rule books he really has. It's the referee's discretion. He's talking to Joe Vernola now.
Oh, wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? Stevie Fierce's foot was on the bottom rope. The pin does not count. This match for the Bruins Wrestling Championship must continue.
Wow.
You know, I got to hand it to Nick Bonanno living up to that mistake there. He didn't see the foot on the bottom rope. He knows just how important each one of these titles is here. Oh no! The low blow from Stevie Fierce. The referee didn't see it. He's got the roll up. Are you kidding me? Not like this. Johnny LaQuasto, I'm disgusted, but I can't say that I'm surprised.
If you're all the fans in freelance wrestling, you cannot be proud of how Stevie Fierce defended this title, but nonetheless, he is still the freelance champion.
Going back to Chicago, title in hand, but folks, stay tuned. We got two hometown heroes going toe-to-toe. Center of the ring, do not go anywhere.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace?
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-231-9053.
This is important news from the Diabetic Supply Line. If you, a friend, or a family member has diabetes and you have lost your supplier, or if you need a supplier for your diabetic supplies, you may qualify to get your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. To be potentially eligible, you only need Medicare or private insurance. Call the Diabetic Supply Line now. Operators are standing by to take your call. Call now.
So, you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So, pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
Call 1-800-223-8619.
If you or a loved one have had hernia repair surgery with mesh reinforcement and suffered infection, chronic pain, mesh migration, mesh failure, organ damage, or needed additional surgery, call the Rely On Group right now. You may be eligible to receive a cash award and compensation for your medical expenses. Your voice deserves to be heard. Call the Rely On Group to be connected with a personal injury attorney for a free consultation. Call 800-969-0892. That's 800-969-0892.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, this may be the most important phone call you'll ever make.
I owed $87,000 in taxes. But listen.
Your tax problem is settled. You only owe $3,500.
What a great message.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, then you owe it to yourself to call this number. Let our experts help guide you through the process of negotiating a tax settlement. Call this number or go to tax10000.com.
Look at it. FSW No Limits Champion. That's right, it's SUEDE THOMPSON here. And as all of you know, Championship Wrestling from Arizona is my main home. And I am your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. But to accumulate that moniker, I had to travel the globe. I went coast to coast in search of the best talent. Safe to say I came out on top. Next week, I put the Future Stars of Wrestling No Limits Championship against two of the very best that Arizona has to offer. That circus freak, Oliver Grimsley, and the bearded lady, R3. Boys, there are no limits to what I'll do to keep this title.
Welcome back to Cavalcade of Champions. This is our main event for this episode of this huge series that we're doing, brought to you by the United Wrestling Network. And we have got two star wrestlers here in the great state of Arizona going toe-to-toe in this main event, Johnny.
How do you main event this episode? Well, you do it by keeping it lit and sparking it up.
We talk about titles, we talk about accolades. If you're talking about that, you have to mention the Hawaiian Lion.
One half of the longest reigning Heritage Tag Team Champions in history. One half of the tribe, 581 days, Joe.
And Hawaiian Lion is ready. I mean, this is going to be a real interesting matchup because you've got Hawaiian Lion. It's been in the business over 16 years. EJ Sparks, just at the beginning of his career, really trying to set fire to it right now, pardon the pun, but EJ Sparks backed into the ropes.
And we're not just talking 16 years, we're talking 16 years of violence, Joe. Hawaiian Lion has been everywhere, he's done everything. EJ Sparks, you have to use your quickness, you have to use your agility, you have to evade Hawaiian Lion at all costs.
And you know, going into this matchup, I was talking with EJ Sparks. He says he's incredibly confident. He has a win over former Heritage champion, professional, or maybe I should say producer Peter Avalon now.
He absolutely does, but there are few people more intimidating than the Hawaiian Lion, and we're seeing this early on.
Hawaiian Lion, just another one of these amazing athletes in the United Wrestling Network. He can attack you from so many different directions.
He's been international, All Japan 0-1. He's a hybrid. He's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu as well. He could do everything.
Let's go.
He's gonna focus.
The power of the Hawaiian Lion on full display. EJ Sparks, I think he needs to start changing that game plan. He needs to stick and move. He needs to rely on that quickness.
There's a good chance Sparks is maybe second-guessing himself a little bit. I don't blame him.
I mean, Hawaiian Lion, not only an expert in the wrestling ring, I mean, this guy's been in jiu-jitsu tournaments.
Yes, he has. He's won them as well.
Oh, look at the power of the Lion, but look at the counter. The counter from EJ Sparks. The veteran Lion gets his shoulders on the mat.
And if you're EJ Sparks, this is your only option against Hawaiian Lion. You have to ground him, and that'll set him up once you wear him down. What an incredible episode it's already been. We saw the AWGP Championship defended. We saw the Freelance Championship defended. We heard from Scorpio Sky he's going to be possibly battling Gino Rivera in the very near future. Jam-packed Cavalcade champion so far as Hawaiian Lion reverses it.
Two of Arizona's top stars going hold for hold. EJ Sparks holding his own against Hawaiian Lion.
It's taking everything in Sparks to actually hold Hawaiian Lion. That's
impressive. But Lion now going back to the power game. That obvious advantage that he has. Ooh, strong strikes right to the ribs. That'll knock the wind right out of you. As exciting as this episode of Cavalcade of Champions has been, looking forward to next week as well. Rockstar Pro Tag Team Championships on the line.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, this may be the most important phone call you'll ever make.
I owed $87,000 in taxes. But listen.
Your tax problem is settled. You only owe $3,500.
What a great message.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, then you owe it to yourself to call this number. Let our experts help guide you through the process of negotiating a tax settlement. Call this number or go to tax10000.com.
Endless pools are an incredible alternative to traditional pools, making it easy and inexpensive to swim at home. Exercise year-round against a smooth current set to your desired pace and temperature. With our new underwater treadmill, you can walk or run without stressing your joints. Endless pools are simple to install and even simpler to maintain. The water stays crystal clear with almost no chlorine. Call for your free idea kit and experience the freedom of swimming at home.
If you or a loved one have had hernia repair surgery with mesh reinforcement and suffered infection, chronic pain, mesh migration, mesh failure, organ damage, or needed additional surgery, call the Rely On Group right now. You may be eligible to receive a cash award and compensation for your medical expenses. Your voice deserves to be heard. Call the Rely On Group to be connected with a personal injury attorney for a free consultation. Call 800-969-0892. That's 800-969-0892.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
Call 1-800-223-8619.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace?
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-231-9053.
Hawaiian Lion digging his claws right into EJ Sparks, and he's been targeting the back ever since we went to commercial break, trying to take away any offense that EJ Sparks can muster.
And the eyes are becoming very glassy for EJ Sparks. You see Hawaiian Lion just cutting off the circulation to the vertebral artery.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, the power of Hawaiian Lion. Into the cover now. Only able to get two.
Hawaiian Lion bound and determined to put out the spark.
So impressive to see Hawaiian Lion as strong as he is. How terrifying would it be to yet another strong man for him to tag out to? If Navajo Warrior was there, oh my goodness. That's why the tribe was so dominant, but Hawaiian Lion showing just how strong he is on his own. Oh!
Well, look, we can talk about his tag team accolades all we want. Bottom line is Hawaiian Lion has been a champion all across the world as a singles competitor as well. I mean, Joe, if you're EJ Sparks, what can you possibly do right now? Hawaiian Lion is relentless.
Look, EJ Sparks needs to find some separation, needs to catch his breath, but he's not going to get it. Oh, Lord. At least not yet.
But that's the ring savvy of Hawaiian Lion. He will not give EJ Sparks an opening.
As slow and methodical. Oh, and look at this, pulling at the hair of EJ Sparks, digging his fingers into the face. This is a different side of Hawaiian Lion.
And you saw the torque that he put on the neck of EJ Sparks, doing a lot of damage there.
Come on, kid. Adding pain and punishment.
Almost taunting EJ Sparks right now.
EJ Sparks, he might have got a finger in the eye. He's just swinging.
He's challenging Sparks to get to his feet.
It's hard to tell if Hawaiian Lion is taking EJ Sparks lightly here, or if he's just confident in his abilities. Keeping it at that slow pace as he gets into the cover, very confident. Doesn't hook the leg and pays for it, only gets two.
Well, this is all the experience that Hawaiian Lion has. Look, Hawaiian Lion's been beating up people since EJ Sparks was a kid.
And you know, like I said at the beginning of this matchup, if EJ Sparks was got to come in with a game plan, I would have assumed it would be to move as quick as possible, use your agility to your advantage. But Hawaiian Lion's had an answer for that and slowed him down and punished his back and punished his ribs.
And Joe, that is a great game plan, but guess what? At this point in the match, that game plan has to be completely out the window. Sparks barely has anything left. He's doing his best to fight out of this, though.
The crowd here at the Nile Theater trying to put some wind in the sails of Sparks.
Wow.
Delivering offense now, got caught. Oh, did you hear that kick to the midsection? Oh, answers back with an enziguri.
This is the first bit of offense we've seen from Sparks in quite some time. This might be his last shot.
This is his opening, though. He could take it right here. Oh, and the knee right to the nose.
reversal drop kick.
And a second win from EJ Sparks, even after all the damage to the back, to the spine. Oh, into the corner. That tragic spark.
I gotta say, he's got that second win. I didn't think he'd have in him.
Goes for it again. Tragic spark connects.
Oh boy.
Lion brought down to a knee. Sparks knows he needs to put it all on the line.
What does he have left? That's the question.
That back's in a lot of pain, though. High risk maneuver. Oh! The veteran Hawaiian Lion dropping EJ Sparks in a very, very precarious position.
Look at the confident smile of Hawaiian Lion. It's almost like he baited EJ Sparks to go to the top. Yeah, EJ Sparks' lumbar spine in a lot of trouble right now.
But still, the pain in the back is not stopping the fight in the heart of EJ Sparks. He's continuing to battle, but a wicked headbutt from Hawaiian Lion.
There are few people that have a more devastating headbutt than Hawaiian Lion. Oh no.
Oh no.
Look out!
Oh, crashing down with that superplex.
Consider the second wind of EJ Sparks gone.
Hawaiian Lion slow to get into the cover there, but you can see the eyes rolling into the back of the head of EJ Sparks. That move took a lot out of both these wrestlers.
Certainly did, but Hawaiian Lion the first to his feet.
Oh.
Look at the momentum.
Oh my goodness.
Just taking EJ Sparks to the outside, and Hawaiian Lion is not wasting any time, Joe.
I mean, that was... He might not have all the years in the business, but that was certainly a veteran maneuver, perhaps, to get outside the ring.
Joe, if you ask me, that was more momentum taking him out. Hooks the leg here.
Oh, the tenacity of EJ Sparks staying in this matchup. But how much does he have left in the gas tank? He's got to be running on fumes.
He's running on empty. I give him a lot of credit. But Hawaiian Lion is just measuring him up right now.
Oh, no. Sleeper hold locked in. Oh, transition.
Uh-oh, he's calling for it. Calling for...
Oh, EJ Sparks able to counter the brainbuster.
Went for the roundhouse.
Oh!
This could be it. Hooks the leg.
Ooh. Oh, only a 2 count after that beautiful roundhouse kick right on the jaw of Hawaiian Lion, but it just was not enough.
Look at the desperate grimace on the face of EJ Sparks. Oh no!
Going for roundhouse rhythm, got caught with a nasty lariat. Oh no, here it is!
Oh! The King's Crown! Hooks the leg! Hawaiian Lion wins!
Hawaiian Lion dominant in the main event of our first episode of Cavalcade of Champions. We'll be right back with more actions, more titles on the line next week.